Okay, fine, let's go. Let's go play fish, why not? Dare to fight the Lord of Darkness.
Despite being a part of the highly anticipated update 2.2, nearly no one uses this game mode. The Swing is the newest game mode, taking heavy inspiration from the community-made Swingcopter, which was made famous through levels like Red World. It was then finally added with the release of update 2.2 on December 20th, 2023, but for some weird reason it still hasn't found its way into the hardest levels in the game. Since its release, not a single level in the entire top 10 hardest demons has featured the Swing game mode. The closest a level featuring it ever came to the top 10 was when the level Menace was added at number 11, which is kinda mind-blowing since update 2.2 is about to turn 2 years old. Despite being a part of the highly anticipated update 2.2, nearly no one uses this game mode. The Swing is the newest game mode.
Is Bloodbath possible with accurate hitboxes? Well, from the first part, we can already tell that the level is much harder now, but still pretty much possible. To be honest, I thought Michigan Spire would be the answer for already being possible in the normal level, but surprisingly, it's 100% fine. What about the infamous ship part then? Well, that's also possible and kinda easy to be really honest. Now, believe it or not, but the easiest part in Bloodbath, this auto 1-star UFO, is completely impossible. I swear to God, I was not expecting that, but holy, look at these hitboxes. You know, it's still physically possible, but I'm even afraid to count how many frame perfects there are. Is Bloodbath possible with
Hey Smith, you look hungry. How about some knuckle pie?
What the huh? Oh, jeez! Rick's implants!
Big Doug, get the truck. Woo! I've never felt so alive!
Hey! Oh, man!
If you thought Peter blowing up a children's hospital was bad,
Well, watch this. Oh, God.
oh yeah, we're back. Buckle up because I'm here to serve you a fresh batch of this maniac's misdeed, starting with something relatively small like disorderly conduct. This is basically a crime you get charged with for being a total jackass. And in Peter Griffin's case, that would mean waking up the whole neighborhood in the dead of night.
Hey, everybody! Meg just had her first period! Shut up! It's 3 in the morning! What the hell's going on out there? Damn it! I'm just saying, I'm proud of her! She's a woman!
Verbally abusing young girls on the street,
I think we look hot. Totally hot.
Ugly!
being drunk in public,
Chris has Crohn's disease.
Get down there. Don't tell us that now.
and engaging in a fight. All that disorderly conduct would add 2 years in jail and $2,000 in fines to Peter's sentence. Like father, like son, Chris Griffin is also super impulsive and destructive, but I know he seriously regretted breaking that vase at Cleveland's house.
Ow!
That was my great-grandma's vase.
On the drive up from Virginia, she kept that vase between her legs.
What are you doing?
Making sure you learn your lesson.
Ow, it hurts! I can't believe Japanese men pay good money for this!
At work, I am important businessman. I am bad boy.
Lois becomes furious with Donna for hitting her kid, and the two of them get into a heated argument over whether a timeout or a spanking is better. And it's safe to say that Lois doesn't argue her beliefs very effectively.
Very well behaved.
Oh, yeah? Your baby's on the roof right now.
Stewie, you get down from there this instant.
Munch me!
Right now, Stewie, or you're in timeout.
How many gray pubes you plucked today, you old bag?
Your timeouts are a joke. You're a terrible parent.
I'm a terrible parent. You're a child abuser.
Lois declares the Griffins and the Browns will no longer have anything to do with each other, so if Peter wants to talk to Cleveland without his wife getting mad, he'll need a very convincing disguise.
You have any idea how fast you were going, sir?
Peter?
Hey, Cleveland, this is just so we can talk without getting spotted by Lois or Donna.
I need you to step out of the car, sir.
Peter, there's gotta be a better way.
He's got a knife!
Sorry, Cleveland, it's gotta be authentic.
Stay down!
Impersonating a cop is a pretty serious crime, one that'll earn Mr. Griffin a year in jail and a $1,000 fine. The Griffins don't always hate each other's guts, though. Sometimes they make beautiful family memories together, like that one time they swam in a polluted lake.
Dad, look! Holy crap!
Oh my God, what the hell is wrong with this lake?
I think it's a safe bet that that's responsible.
And that time they cyberbullied a girl to death.
Very sorry we cyberbullied that girl to death, but we still want a snowmobile. Today, though, please let there be money in our bank account. Amen.
Amen.
Shockingly, bullying isn't actually a crime, but if it was horrific enough for the girl to have killed herself, Peter definitely deserves to be charged with harassment at the very least. The crime would only get him jailed for another year and fined $500, which is insultingly low, by the way. But you gotta keep in mind that the dead girl's family could actually file a wrongful death claim against Peter and sue him for all the money he's got. Which, I mean, isn't a lot, probably, but it's something. Peter got the first promotion of his life in the episode Mr. Saturday Night, but it only lasted about 15 seconds, and that's honestly impressive for someone as incompetent as him. It's career day at school, and Mort has just finished exposing which parent has terrible hemorrhoids. Now it's Peter's turn to talk about his job.
Hey, you know what I do? I work in a toy factory, and you know what I do there?
I bet you're just one of those low-level assembly line guys who stand there all day screwing heads on dolls. Ooh, is it on straight? I don't know. Boo!
Why, you little snot-nosed...
Mr. Griffin.
When Peter returns home depressed about working a low-end job, Lois suggests he invite Mr. Weed for dinner and ask for a promotion. Peter makes it through the meal without doing or saying anything stupid, shockingly, and his boss vows to make him head of toy development. This is an amazing opportunity for him. Too bad Brian had to ruin it.
It's choking. Do the Heimlich maneuver quick.
He's dead.
Mr. Weed's death was a freak accident, so Peter won't be facing any manslaughter charges. However, he does obstruct justice in the next scene by trying to hide the body in not the most dignified or smartest of places.
Random dead body search. Oh my God, Lois, stall him.
What are you doing?
Just stall him, Lois.
No charges were brought against Peter in the show, but the dinner roll that killed Weed was taken into custody. In the real world, though, Peter would be facing a year in prison and $1,000 in fines for obstructing justice. Peter loves being a passenger princess.
SpongeBob.
But he loves driving like a complete and utter tool even more. Here he is looking at a comic book instead of the road.
He's gonna do it. Oh, he's so Hear me, you ridiculous man. Whoa!
Peter, what the hell is wrong with you?
And here he is trying to drive with his feet.
Roadhouse.
Peter also drives under the influence a lot.
Dad? What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, hey, buddy. I'll have a triple cheeseburger and a large fries, and, you sell pants? Hey, sometimes when daddies drive home drunk, they come from far away places, but it's okay, because they didn't get arrested, and they're still kind of drunk, so they think it's okay.
You should know that Mom has emotionally let you go.
The really awful accidents Peter's terrible driving caused deserved their own segment, but those clips that earned Mr. Griffin 3 years in the clink and $1,400 in fines for 2 counts of reckless driving and 2 counts of driving under the influence. He'll probably be ordered to go to AA as well, but I don't think he's allowed back after what happened last time.
Hey, anyone in the house addicted to alcohol?
Peter embarrasses Lois constantly throughout the show, and this is just one of the many examples.
Sorry, fat wife coming through. Sorry, excuse me, fat wife. Oh, hold on a second. All right, bring her through.
Peter publicly fat-shaming his wife when he himself belongs on My 600-Pound Life is already enough reason for Lois to file for divorce, but sometimes her husband does do sweet things like busting her out of jail. In the episode Breaking Out is Hard to Do, Lois becomes a kleptomaniac and gets thrown in jail for theft. With the only hygienic and semi-normal member of the family gone, the Griffin house becomes totally filthy.
Boy, I sure miss Lois. I wish she was here to clean up all this stuff. Hey, what's this?
Mustard.
Oh, that's right. We had hot dogs last week.
Sick of being more of a slob than usual, Peter decides to bust his wife out of jail. That sounds like a tough job, but it's actually pretty easy if your mouth can expand to 10 times its normal size.
Have a nice day.
Joe chases them all the way to Asia Town, but Lois ends up handing herself in anyway. She gets let off for her crimes, but Peter is going down for 3 years for helping her escape prison. He'd also be getting fined 500 schmackaroons, which is super cheap in comparison to all the stuff that Lois stole in that episode. Why the hell did Lois even agree to go on one date with Peter Griffin, let alone marry him? He treats her like dirt and humiliates her anytime they go out in public, and yet she sticks by him again and again, even when he trash talks her on live television. In the episode You Can't Do That on TV, Peter is ready for another day of doing super important and totally not creepy things.
Take pictures of lesbian butts. Joe and Quagmire and I are making a coffee table book called Lesbian Butts in 80s Jeans. I already got the first chapter right here.
Where'd you take all these pictures?
You know, coffee houses, Chevy dealerships, all the usual places.
Lois orders Peter to stay home and watch Stewie while she runs errands, and after breaking the vacuum cleaner in a fit of spiteful rage, she has some father-son time with his baby by comparing the sizes of their... Guess whose was the smallest? Son time with his baby by comparing the sizes of their... Guess whose was the smallest?
All right, let's see what you got. Stupid game anyway.
Peter later becomes fascinated by the whole preschool show Jolly Farm Review, and his heart rips in two when he finds out it's getting canceled. To fill the empty void in his soul, Peter starts his own kids' TV show called Petey's Funhouse. Lois gets pissed at her husband for wasting his time putting on a stupid TV show instead of helping around the house, and her constant nagging gives Peter an idea for a new character.
Go rent Twilight and do mouth stuff on me, even though it's been a day and a half since I've showered and I've used several public bathrooms in the interim. Sounds like this could go on for a while, kids. Hey, Saggy Naggy, I know what'll cheer you up. Do you like pie? I guess. Well, how does this taste?
Saggy Naggy becomes despised by the children of Quahog, and as a result, Lois can't even go grocery shopping without getting beat up by children.
What the hell? Young man, what do you think you're...
However, Peter does get sweet karma at the end of the episode when he stupidly brings this aggressive puma on stage.
Peter!
Cut the camera! Cut it! Roll a Petey learn-along song!
Peter committed child endangerment in that episode by bringing a dangerous wild animal on stage in front of a live audience of literal children, and that crime will add 3 years to his jail time and another $1,000 fine. But honestly, he deserves jail for portraying Lois as a raging puppet. That could only lead to a defamation lawsuit, though. But everybody knows Peter Griffin ain't the most thoughtful of husbands out there. From taking his wife on vacation to a retirement home to forcing her to become a boxer, he does a lot of pretty garbage things. However, the episode Baby It's Cold Outside surely proved that Lois married a complete psychopath. After remembering National Dachshund Day and not his own wedding anniversary, Peter panics and books a last-minute dinner date on a boat. It's super romantic and the couple goes skinny dipping, but Peter gets mistaken for a walrus.
Hold on, Lois. I'm gonna grab a real quick hot chocolate.
And forget Rose hogging that door. If Peter was on the Titanic, he'd take all the lifeboats for himself, screw the women and children. Fortunately, the shark turns out to be a friendly dolphin, so Lois doesn't end up getting ripped to shreds while her heroic husband relaxes on dry land with a cup of hot chocolate. She makes it back to the shore, and Peter races to the scene to wrap her in a warm towel and profusely apologizes for leaving her out to die. Peter Pumpkin Eater 69's selfishness was staggering in that episode. I mean, he could have waited 2 seconds for Lois to get in the boat, but oh no, he just raced off and left her to be eaten. Abandoning his wife in the ocean would be considered reckless endangerment, and the penalty is 7 years in the big house plus $5,000 in fines. Peter would also be facing 6 months in prison and a $1,000 fine for invasion of privacy. This would also be for photographing Lois washed up on the shore naked and then posting the intimate photo on social media under the hashtag beached whale. Yeah, that was definitely his most brutal roast ever. Peter Griffin just accepts whatever life throws at him, even when his arms got ripped off and he had to spend months growing them back.
Are you okay to swim like that?
Am I okay to swim? I'm not. I can only flap about like a motorized tuck toy. Please help me.
So when a chiropractor adjusted him to his real height and teenage girls started calling him Slender Man, he just rolled with it.
Hey, Peter, would you get off your phone?
Sorry, young girls keep killing each other because they think I'm the Slender Man now.
You telling them to kill each other?
It's just a goof.
Goading children to kill each other for a joke is the sickest, most twisted thing I can ever think of ever, and Slenderman Peter would rightfully be charged with soliciting murder. If convicted, he'd be caged for the next 20 years and fined $50,000. And going to jail when he's that tall would really suck. He'll bang his head every morning and he'll never find a jumpsuit that fits properly. It's what he deserves. Remember the fat guy strangler? He was Lois's secret brother who got locked away in the mental hospital. Peter has a secret brother too, but he's held captive in a storm shed.
Oh, the moonlight burns.
It's almost Christmas. It's almost Christmas. Being good, and all the eggshells and coffee grounds will be yours.
Can I meet the family? You've overstepped. No Christmas.
The hairless twin escapes captivity in the episode Fresh Air, but Peter is ready to take him out with a shotgun.
Oh no, my hairless twin got out. Hello, family. Let's eat all the garbage we want.
Holding his own brother captive for years and years in a tiny shed, depriving him of sunlight and all human contact might be one of the cruelest things Peter has ever done. And the fact that I'm saying might be speaks volumes as to
Run faster! I want to see you try!
Amboy, Leonidas, Kiasibuava, Asamboy Egtag.
here's SpongeBob as a fresh-faced fry cook.
Bun down, shoot, mustard, pan, bun now!
And here's SpongeBob after 10,000 hours in the Krusty Krab kitchen honing his craft.
By dozens, by hundreds, oh, it was something to see. By that machine, it was fast, but SpongeBob was faster. He'd prove to that thing that he was its master.
When it comes to employees, there's not a more dedicated one around than SpongeBob SquarePants. So today, I'm going to be sailing through every season of SpongeBob to find out how many hours this dream worker has spent at Krusty Krab. By the end, I'll show you how SpongeBob went from nautical noob to being a 24/7 server, all for his love of Krabby Patties. Starting with the time SpongeBob worked his first hour at the Krusty Krab. Just as a side note, I'm sure you can tell I'm getting over the flu right now, so be patient with me through the video. Get your flu shots, kid. Anyway, ever since he's opened SpongeBob has one thing: flip patties at the famous Krusty Krab. But did you guys know he hasn't always worked there? Well, in the first episode, we actually see Krabs try to turn him away when he applies for the job. Technically, SpongeBob is starting to working at the Krusty Krab. Even if he does have to find that doohickey spatula with turbo drive, which is a jet, is almost impossible. While SpongeBob goes searching for the special spatula, Krabs and Squiddy get flooded by a swarm of ravenous anchovies. If only there was a super skilled fry cook that could save them. I mean, they really start taking a beating. Just as it looks like they're about to be swallowed by the swarm, a certain sponge shows up to save the day.
Someone order a spatula?
And boy, does he put that spatula to work. He zooms to the kitchen and starts feeding the hungry fish, with a little help from Tiny Tim, of course. You gotta give it to him. This guy knows how to handle meat. I knew it. I was doing that. Wait, no, I mean, not like that. Get your mind out of the gutter. And as a reward for his culinary skills, Mr. Krabs makes SpongeBob's job official.
That was the finest fast foodsmanship I've ever seen, Mr. SquarePants. Welcome aboard.
So that's what happened in the very first hour of SpongeBob's time aboard the SS Krusty Krab. In the next couple of years of working there, SpongeBob pretty much goes above and beyond for his boss. Now let's have a look at all the time SpongeBob didn't exactly spend his entire 12-hour shift with Krusty Krab for one hilarious reason or another. Like the time SpongeBob got really sick but made an effort to go into work.
SpongeBob? What's holding up those patties?
Right away, sir.
SpongeBob, what's wrong with you?
But his usual world-class cooking skills aren't up to scratch when he's still ill when Krabs is on him like a flash.
All right, SpongeBob, you're too sick to work.
No, Mr. Krabs, I'm okay.